What's up YouTube, Imco40 here bringing you guys the Gadget deck profile that everybody was like, oh my god, we want to see it. Special thanks to Zach Burns. He came up with the basic concept of the deck, told me a lot of things to do, and I changed a few things based on my playstyle and what I knew I was going to expect of the regional. So, yeah. Um, the 6 gadgets, you guys basically know about that stuff. You need the deck because it's gadget stun. So, this was the first big thing that Zach told me to play, and I was like, really? Triple Cyber Dragon, you have to consider playing this format. Triple Cyber Dragon, it forces Bottomless, forces Book of Moon, forces other things to protect their monsters. And since you're forcing cards like Solemn Warning and stuff like that, this is a very, very good card. And it also makes playing against your opponent's machines all the better because you're playing 3 Chimera Tech Fortress as well. So you get the full advantage of having these fuckers main decked, and they just were amazing all day long. So I like 3 of those. The second big thing was this. I could not have been happier playing 3 of these. They fucking wreck house. 1900 beat stick. Against GKs, this card was boss against spy. And if you can get Necro Valley off the board, these guys just go to work. So, Plant Synchro wrecks it. These do a fairly decent job against Black Wings as long as value is taken care of. So, I really am, and you know, dropping these 2 together is 4K, and it does a pretty amazing job. Next up, Double Banisher. Zach wanted me to play 3 of these. I cannot stand 3 Banisher, especially since I'm playing less protection than I normally would. You need like 3 Book of Moons and stuff like that in order to play that many Banishers. So 2 was a good meta call. They're not very big, and that's why I don't like Banisher all that much, but 2 definitely did its job. 1 Gores, this replaced my 3rd Banisher. I need some kind of protection. I wasn't playing Trago, so I had to play Gores, and this card actually did save my life a few times, so that's why I like Gores. Gale, amazing tuning ability. The deck actually does some cool tricks with Gale, and it gets rid of Stardust. So, pretty same basic. And then the final card was Breaker. Breaker did hella amazing. It broke so many decrees it wasn't even funny. And he also makes Arcanite like a bitch. So, Arcanite plays with Breaker are very possible with the deck, and they do happen. Next up, the Draw Engine, Pot of Duality. This is like my heart of the cards. I rip Duality when I'm top decking, and I get the choice of 3 cards. So, I love Duality. It is so awesome. Double Smashing Ground. This was the next big change to the deck. I only played Double Smash and 1 Dark Hole. This was my main deck, Monster Destruction. I don't regret these, but it did make some of my matchups a little bit more difficult. But as long as you have a brain, you can play out of the situations. So, just have to use Battle for advantage. 1 Nobleman to cross out. This is the meta breaker right here. This shit does so much work against Gravekeepers and Plant Synchro. It's not even funny. Since those are the main decks right now, you have to play Nobleman. Double Book of Moon. 3. I agree with what Zach said to me the night when I was building this deck. He's like, 3 Book of Moon is a combo card you need to have to be able to make a comeback after it. So 2 Book of Moon says that I can use it defensively and be fine. Double MST. Gravekeepers. Enough said. Monster Reborn. That awesome staple card. Mirror Force. Everybody knows what it does. 1 Judgment. 1 Torrential. 1 Oppression. And then I'm back on the warning wagon. I played 2 warnings. Fucking amazing in 2. I like 2. 3's is garbage. I'm surprised that it's that bad in 3, but 2's pretty good with the Solemn Judgment. Double Bottomless. That amazing card. And then this was another change. Zach wanted me to play 3 of these, but I ended up playing a Compulse, because Compulse is chainable and everybody likes chainable cards. So these did their work and this did their work. In situation, I probably would not have wanted the other Prison. I ended up compulsing back out Gravekeeper to their hand in order to do some further work, but there was no real change that I would want the Compulse over that. So yeah, there's that. That's the main deck. It's 40 cards. Yada yada yada. Pretty beastly in my opinion. Next up we have the side deck. The only thing in the extra deck that is worth mentioning, I guess there's a few things. I'm just gonna show 5 cards here. ended up playing 3 Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon. You have to play 3. It's too fucking good. I guess I'll show off the extra deck. Why not? What better do I have to do today? Cataster. Everybody knows what Cataster does. He's a really good card. Brionic, Yugioh, Gale plus the one retard. Fuck, I can't remember now. Banisher equals that guy. So it's actually pretty cool. Arcanite Magician, you have to play it with Breaker. Even though you might only get it off once or twice, it still is very possible. 1 Black Rose Dragon. Got a nuke of the field. Armor Master. Armor Master stands mighty tall. That's for fucking sure. Stardust Dragon. And then here was my tech. Light End Dragon. I'm afraid of Shooting Star Dragon. I am fearful to death of that card, so Light End Dragon is kind of like my stalled of the card, I guess. It doesn't really work in theory, but it does work in theory. I guess that's the only way to say it. But, yeah. Scrap Dragon. Colossal Fighter. Red Dragon Archfiend. And because everybody told me that I'm going to Reborn Grow Up Bulb with 2 gadgets, I ended up playing Mr. M. So, it's the only real reason to playing him. Next up we have the side deck. 2 Thunder Kings. I had to play these since I'm not maining them, obviously. Stun Monster. I basically was sighting into stun. This is for the faggoty X-Saber decks that I hate, that I always lose to. So, lost to Sabers again, but go figure. Zach wanted me to play Gemini Imps. I ended up playing King Tigers. This card won me more games than Gemini Imps would have, and it was a good call on my part, but thanks to the people that told me to play Wang Hu over Gemini Imps. Love you. For Gravekeepers and the other decks, I ended up playing these in my side deck because I like being able to go aggro and the sense of monster destruction, so I can side out Noblemen and stuff and go into more monster destruction. This also makes my Glad matchup hella easier. Noblemen across out for plants, and Gravekeepers gotta turn up the heat. Double Road for Icarus attack and Lightsworn. And maybe Glads. I don't think I set it in versus Glads. I did set it in against Plant Synchro though and got it off, but he's 7 tools, so I mean it was free card advantage. Double Dust Tornado, Gravekeepers, and other anti-meta decks. This card does its work. And then finally double Trap Hole for Black Wings, Lightsworn, plants, and Gravekeepers, believe it or not. This card does go the mile. So, that's the deck. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. And yeah, like I said, special thanks to Zach. I really enjoyed the deck, man. And you made a pretty goddamn good meta call on the deck. So, there you go, guys. Start building your gadgets and kicking the shit out of Gravekeepers because they don't deserve to be tier 1. Later.